The push to ban red light cameras in Illinois took one small step forward today.
Yeah, the traffic devices are at the center of an ongoing FBI corruption case involving bribery. Our Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell is live in Springfield with an update tonight. So, Mark, a partial ban passed last week. Today, a complete ban gained a little bit of traction.
Yeah, Paul, only a little bit. And it was just last week when several lawmakers in both parties expressed public and private doubts and concerns and overall just skepticism about why they were going after a partial ban and not a full one anyways. The partial ban that passed last week would just ban about 15% of these red light cameras in smaller towns. That was the very same bill House Republican David McSweeney passed many years ago that in some ways created the proper conditions or leverage for former state senator Martin Sandoval to collect bribes from those red light camera companies.
There was a bill that was referenced in the Sandoval search warrant, and I found that very peculiar.
In federal charging documents, former state senator Martin Sandoval pleaded guilty to accepting bribes from a red light camera company. In return, he offered to protect them and block a 2015 bill to ban red light cameras.
But I'd like to know more about that, and whoever the sponsors of those bills are, maybe they have something to say about that.
What exactly was Senator Sandoval protecting Safe Speed from?
He was protecting them from a bill that would eliminate 45% of the cameras in the state.
Your bill?
My bill.
House Republican David McSweeney pitches himself to voters as a pro-Trump fiscal conservative, but Springfield insiders know him as a close friend with Senator Tom Cullerton and House Speaker Michael Madigan's longtime confidant and former ComEd lobbyist Mike McLean, both men subjects of federal corruption investigations.
My strategy has been from the beginning is I only have dinner with Democrats down here.
Last Thursday, McSweeney expressed doubts he could get a full ban on all red light cameras cleared out of the powerful House Rules Committee.
I have a bill that actually would also ban all red light cameras.
Why not push that one forward?
Because I don't believe that'll get out of Rules Committee. I will be asking Speaker Madigan. That is the person that you would need to ask.
5 days later, McSweeney saw his request granted, 5 years after he first passed it out of the House. That development happening just today. We've had 2 interviews with Representative McSweeney on Thursday and again today. Leader Durkin, in that interview in January, did not say why he found McSweeney's 2015 bill peculiar. But on Capitol Connection, McSweeney did tell us he spoke to Senator Sandoval back then in 2015. He said he probably spoke to Mike McLean about the same issue as well. But McSweeney told me in phone calls and interviews on camera today that if any politician in Springfield were ever to suggest that his bill in 2015 was somehow fake or done in coordination with Sandoval, that he would hit them with a lawsuit for defamation. Paul?